we'll be showing off in today's video the worst set from every season, part 1. We've got season 1 all the way through season 10, and even stuff like Day of the Departed and the Lego Ninjago movies. So grab some popcorn and relax, and put in the comments what other stuff you want to see in the future. Let's get straight into it. This is going to be awesome. Let's get straight onto the pilot. Okay, first up, we've got the pilot right here, and the pilot has some really, really awesome sets. I'm going to have to go with set 2516, which is the Ninjago training little set right there. I do have this set, which is awesome, but it's nothing too crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the same price as a Spinjitzu spinner. Now, once again, spinners and stuff like polybags will not count, or 4+ sets. It has to be main box sets that aren't 4+. So they just have to be like traditional, normal Lego sets to count in towards today's video to make everything a little bit fair. But if we're going to look at this right here, it comes with Cole, which Cole's original plot suit is quite good. I like all of the original suits quite a lot, but this is just kind of a basic build with, you know, Cole that you can already get in a Spinjitzu spinner. Right? So nothing too crazy. You could probably get him in a Spinjitzu spinner and get some of these cards and his Spinjitzu spinner for the same price as this. But this is not a bad set by any means, and most of these sets aren't bad on this list. They're just the worst in the wave. So yeah, we're gonna have to go with set number 2516 for the pilot. Okay, next one up, we've got season 1, which is, this is really hard to make, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really want to call this the worst set, but yeah, season 1, Rise of the Snakes. We got basically every set here was amazing, and there's only one average set, which is set number 9440 right here, which is the Vermillion Shrine. This was the only season 1 set I got. I keep on saying pilot season 1, but no, Rise of the Snakes is season 1, and yeah, the Vermillion Shrine. It comes with Zane ZX, which, to be honest, Zane ZX comes in like a spinner or like some other cheaper set as well. That's like $6. So there's cheaper ways to get it. But you do get the Vermillion stuff in here. This is quite a fun little set, but it pains me to put it in last place. But statistically, unfortunately, it is going last place for the Rise of the Snakes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, next up, season 2, final flipping battle. We're going to have to go with Cole's Earth Driller right here. Now, this is tough, man. I didn't want to make this. I didn't want to put this in the last spot. But yeah, compared to the other sets that I would have done, like the Stone Warrior bike and Kai's mech, not jet, mech. You know, it was between these three. And I have to say Cole's Earth Driller is the worst out of the bunch. Yeah, it's got 2 awesome figures. It's got the nice kimono Cole, probably my least favorite kimono out of the bunch, even though they are all very, very solid. But yeah, this Cole's Earth Driller just feels a bit dated for today's modern standard compared to the other 2, and also the fact that there's a legacy one as well that just makes this one like pale in comparison. So yeah, we have to give it to Cole's Earth Driller, unfortunately. Okay, next up, season 3, Rebooted, one of my favorite seasons out of the bunch, and we're gonna have to go with set number 704722, which is the Vermillion Attack. Now we do get an awesome Lloyd ZX and an exclusive Cyrus Borg minifigure evil version, ladies and gentlemen, but the build for this is kind of generic. Like, we get a typical for Lloyd's Rebooted bike. We get something very, very simple right there, nothing too crazy. That could have been just a $10 set by itself. And then the Cyrus Borg is like this really like clanky and junky like bike. I don't like it. I have this set. I don't like the Cyrus Borg bike too much. And yeah, just the extra little side build, like, we don't really need a fireman post in a bin Lego. We don't. Like, yeah. Unfortunately, this is going to get last place, but it deserves last place out of all the other Rebooted sets. This is probably the worst one out of the bunch, and it's getting last place for season 3, Rebooted. Man, season 4, Tournament Elements. This is basically just like season 1, Rise of the Snakes, where you can't really say any set's bad here. They're all good. They've all got amazing value, and we have to pick one of the cheaper sets. So it's either Lava Falls or the Jungle Trap, and it's just so tough because both of them come with 2 minifigures for $10, which is already a steal. And then on top of that, you also get Kai tournament version and Cole tournament version, which look awesome. And man, I was sitting here for like 30 minutes trying to debate like which one is the worst out of the bunch. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to go with Jungle Trap. All sets are good in this wave. All sets are good in this wave. There's no set that I can pinpoint and say, this set is trash. That's just not happening, ladies and gentlemen. But in terms of, like, the sets, we'd have to go Jungle Trap is the weakest one out of the bunch. It comes with, you know, just an Anaconda guy. Like, he's okay, I guess. And then you got Kai, tournament version, which is an insane minifigure. You get Kai's hairpiece, which is what I really liked about Season 3 and Season 4, is you got, finally, the hairpieces in a proper Ninjago set. You got a J-Blade, but this is just not as an advanced build as the Lava Falls. The Lava Falls has a nice little trigger where you can pull the pin and it will close the bridge, which is a little bit cooler than just placing a minifigure and the blades come up and down. We've kind of seen that already in the pilot set that will pop up on screen. And yeah, so nothing too crazy with this set, but it is an amazing set. But out of all the Season 4 sets, it is the weakest one out of the bunch. Okay, Season 5. Same stuff with Season 2 and Season 4, where there was not really any bad set here, ladies and gentlemen. But if we had to pick one, and we can't go with Jaywalker. The Jaywalker X1 or whatever it's called, the last little bit. I know it's the Jaywalker. I don't know the little code for it. Yeah, the Jaywalker is a superior set to this. So we're going to have to go with, unfortunately, the Boulder Blaster here. The Blaster bike. It's awesome. It's made out of deep stone in the show. You got a nice little side build though. But other than that, it's kind of... And like, you get a little Ghost Dragon, which is cool for a $20 set. But you get it in so many other builds that it's not too special. But yeah, this is just not on the level of the Jaywalker. And I personally prefer the Jaywalker over this. I'm probably missing some other set, ladies and gentlemen, that could be compared similarly to the Blaster bike. But when I was looking through all the sets, the Blaster bike was the one that I was like, you know what, this is probably the worst one out of the bunch. Even though it was very tough to call, and I hate calling a Ninjago set the worst out of a wave, but this one is the worst out of Season 5. And yeah, you do get nice, awesome Deep Stone Coal, and you do get some Ghost School guy, I guess. But yeah. Next up, we've got Season 6, Skybound. Now, unlike Season 2 and Season 4, this is a lot easier to actually come up with a, you know, a definitive set that is the worst. And I had to go with Cole's Dragon. It's such a tiny dragon, but the fact that it's $10 and you get 2 minifigures is awesome, to say the least. That's awesome, ladies and gentlemen. You can't take anything away from it. It comes with Bucko, and it comes with Cole, the Skybound version of Cole. Now, I do like all the suits from the Skybound waves, but on top of that, you don't get Cole's Ghost Head. You should really get Cole's Ghost set in this, you know, set, you know, because it comes in Tiger Widow Island. It should come in Cole's little Earth Dragon, but that's a-okay. But at the same time, man, $10 is fully acceptable for this. But on this tier list where we have to rank each one from worst, Cole's Dragon is the worst for Season 5, Skybound. Another tough one right here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Time Twin set. We've got the Hands of Time. And yeah, this was so tough to go with. But I'm going to have to go with set number 70621, which is the Vermillion Attack with 83 pieces. Now, Season 7 was the last season before we got the redesigns because of the movie. But yeah, this is an amazing set, and I don't want to call it bad by any regard, because it's not bad. You get 3 minifigures for $10. You get a Time Blade for $10. You get Kai's suit. Now, granted, you are missing the actual head ninja wrap for Kai. But yeah, this is an amazing set. I can't hate this set, ladies and gentlemen. $10, and you get a little gimmick as well. This is an amazing set. Only issue with it is obviously it's the smallest set. That's the only reason why it's the worst set, because it's the smallest. Because all the other sets in this wave are chef's kiss, superb. Okay, next up, Season 7. The redesigns are here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're going to have to go with set number 70641, which is the SOG headquarters. I did buy this at clearance. This is a pretty good set overall. You do get the Lloyd spinner, which really should have just been a spinner by itself for $10 or €10. And you get some pretty good bikes in here. You get Ultraviolet, you get the exclusive Snake Jaguar. But yeah, you don't get anything really too crazy in this set, ladies and gentlemen, because you can get the Ninja Nightcrawler for about the same price and get the purple mask, and you get the only form of ultraviolet, which is just a superior version. There's so many more superior figures in other sets compared to this set, and the fact that it's like what, 60-50 bucks or whatever, and when it came out, and it's kind of shallow. It's very, very shallow, ladies and gentlemen. You get that cool little blade feature and all, and you get the spinner. But other than that, it's kind of a bit shallow and bland. So it's going to be the worst set for Sons of Garmadon Season 7. And next up, we have got Season 9, Witches Hunted. There was so many awesome sets in this wave, but that's not for today's video. That was another video. This is this video, which is the worst sets from each wave. And we're going to have to go with the Destiny's Wing, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to go with the Destiny's Wing. It comes with Jetpack and it comes with Kai. But if you look at all the other sets that Kai comes in, there's so many better sets for Kai than this set, ladies and gentlemen. The Firstborn, Dieselnaut, the Dragon Pit, Stormbringer. Like, there's so many awesome sets in this wave, and I can't really give it to the Destiny Wing. Like, I can't really give it to anything else but the Destiny Wing, ladies and gentlemen. So the Destiny Wing is taking last place. I hate to say it, man, because I really love the Destiny's Wing, but it's taking last place for Season 9, Hunted. Okay, next up, we got Season 10, March the Oni. Now, very simple. It's the Oni pack, ladies and gentlemen. The Oni pack is the worst and the best from Season 10, quite frankly, because it comes with the Omega. And also, another major factor is it's the only Season 10 official set, ladies and gentlemen. So it gets last place and it gets first place. It's the worst and the best at the same time. Next up, we have got the almighty Ninjago movie. Now, I did hear that there was going to be a second Ninjago movie. I could be completely wrong. Apparently, it's meant to be a live action one, but more on that in another video. We have got set number 70608, which is Master Falls. Comes with 312 pieces and technically 4 minifigures. Now, the minifigures are very, very solid in this set. But yeah, it's the same with like Season 2. Like Rise of the Snake stuff and Final Battle. There was just really good sets all around. And you can't really say anything bad about too many sets. But yeah, the fact that Garmadon comes in a lot of sets. And Wu comes in a bunch of other sets. And Kai comes in a bunch of other sets. Doesn't really make this too special for the minifigure side of things. Unless you really like the jungle hat and the cape on Garmadon. But if we're going off the awesomeness of, you know, something like the build is not as good as some of the other builds in the wave, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you got something like the jellyfish, the flying jellyfish, and the stingray, and you got the Gamma Mecha Man. You know, there's so many awesome builds in this wave, and yeah, this is the worst build in my opinion by far. I can't give it to the $10 set just because of the fact that it comes with 2 ninja and it's a $10 set. I don't really want to keep on doing $10 sets, right? Because there is some really good $10 sets, and that is a solid $10 set. The fact you get 2 ninjas, so you already get 2 out of the 5 ninjas for the Ninjago movie, so we can't put that in last. So it has to be the Master Falls right here, taking last place for the Ninjago movie. Okay, next up we've got Ninjago Legacy, the almighty Ninjago Legacy. This might be coming back next year, but Ninjago Legacy right here. We're going to have to go with the Monastery Training. This is basically just a DLC pack for the Monastery of Spinjitzu that came out in the same wave. Essentially, it's just extra little dummies and stuff and training equipment that you can use for the Monastery of Spinjitzu. And the fact that Nia and Kai both come in separate $10 spinners in this wave as well makes this not too special, nothing too crazy in this build right here either. And it's just very generic, and you get 2 ninja that you can easily get from the spinners, so nothing too crazy. So it has to get the last place for Ninjago Legacy. Not a bad set at all, but out of all of them, it is the worst one out of the bunch. To finish it off, we have got Day of the Departed. Very underrated season, in my opinion. Wish it actually had a proper season instead of just a special. But yeah, we can't give it to any of the $20 sets straight away, because stuff like the Cryptarian Prison, that comes with 4, not 1, 4 minifigures for $20. We can't hate on that. So we have to go with the Salvage MEC, which I'm pretty sure is just mech, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we're gonna have to give it to that, just off the fact that this is kind of a bit boring. This one, like the Rodent mech, I never really got behind. I always felt like it was a bit like it was to say the least. And then stuff like, you know, the skeleton mechs, all right, like the little skeleton mech side build. But like, where's Samukai in this? Where's Samukai? Like, he was all over the show. He fought Jay in the show. Where is he? You know, where is Samukai? Take out one of the skeletons, give us Samukai instead, you know? Like, that would be nice. That would be the correct thing to do, the awesome thing to do. But no, we got Frank Jaw and the clown guy, right? Which is alright. And the fact that Nia only comes with a hairpiece instead of a ninja wrap. And also, she comes in 2 better sets, right? The Tigerwood Island and the Lighthouse Siege. So yeah, this is kind of a forgettable Ninjago set. It has to take last place for Day of the Departed. That will conclude the day. That will conclude part 1 for today's epic 2-part little matchup right here. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day and have a good weekend.